What is happening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of GKDR, episode 87. This week, as we come to a close on the 2025 year, it is December 2nd at the time of this recording, and I am your hostess with the mostest, Garrick B. Eaton. And as always, I am joined by my bestest friend and co-host, DJ Sifax.
Oh, what a do, baby? What a
What
do?
am I?
What up, man?
Long time no talk since yesterday.
Yeah, since yesterday, man, it was a long time.
How you doing, dude?
Doing good, man. Doing
Did you
good.
work today?
Yeah, went to work early as fuck. And I gotta go back to work early as fuck the next morning. So, I
Feel
mean,
that. My work is just kind of early by nature, though. What time are you working right now? Like, you got to
I
be to work at
mean,
like
I got
6:30. You said?
last week was, yeah, but this time it's 7. But like I wake up an
Mhm.
hour before. Like, I just need time to wake up. So I'm still waking up at like 5:50, 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not much of a morning person myself. I usually tend to wake up like an hour and a half before I need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but that's because I fucking fiddle fart around in the morning. I take so long. But what you been playing, dude? You still just on your Tarkov kick?
Yes, sir. The thing about Escape from Tarkov is, man, when I pick it up, I can't put it down until I finish like a mental goal, and I don't know what that goal is yet. But
You have
I'll
like
to
you even
complete
have
the
a goal
story.
set right now?
To
Did
complete
you
the
see
story,
did you see that that somebody has in fact escaped from Tarkov now?
yes,
Like the
Tiggs,
first
man.
player's officially
Yeah,
done it?
yeah. The first player to do it on the PvP end.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone's already done it on PvE, but they're recognizing only the PvP ones because it's harder. Um,
I mean that's fair.
yeah. Even the guy who's running Ballistic Games, Nikita, he's kind of like the spokesperson and like lead dev. He said that if the first person to get the best ending, the true ending, um, gets something special for him, and I'm assuming,
Wait, there's
maybe.
multiple endings to this fucking game?
Yes, there's 4 possible endings. That guy
What?
got one of them. Um, that's why I
That's
was like, this is
crazy,
crazy, dude.
dude.
Because, like even when it broke down, like his like end game screen, end career screen, they're like, you you survived Tarkov, but you didn't find out like the secrets and the organization that's been kind of behind all of Tarkov's ruin rises back up again and leaves Tarkov in like they basically nuke the city. They nuke
Ew.
the city as you escape.
Yeah. I saw
So
like his little clip.
yeah, so there's 4 possible endings. One is that survive ending. One of them is I think you get kidnapped by cultists or indoctrinated by cultists. Um, Another one is the true ending. I think there's one ending that's disabled right now. So there's a route you have to take. Depending on who you side with within the store, what decisions you make, you either have to pay 500 million rubles, which is really hard to
Damn.
do. I barely have like all of my the entire stash. Like if I sold everything, quick sold it, 50 million. So I have to do that
That's
over
a
and
big
over again.
ask.
Or 40 Bitcoin. Um, which is you can get physical Bitcoin in the game. It's very rare spawn. You have to turn in 40 physical Bitcoin. I've gotten like 2 Bitcoin in like, oh no, more than 2, like 3 or 4 Bitcoin in my 1,000 hours of playing. But that's because I don't play. I don't go to labs, which is like the high tier loot spot. There's usually stuff there. Um, Someone has farmed 40 Bitcoin. So, you can also make a Bitcoin farm in your hideout, but that's like takes time. You need like fuel to power the thing. You need graphics cards to
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. So um and so that guy Tiggs, he paid the 500 mil, but he had to attempt it multiple times. So if you lose, you die in that section, you go back to before it happens, but you have to pay another 5 mil to do it again. So it's not like 500 mil every time, which is great, but
But
it's 5
the
mils.
game
5 mils,
is
5
still
mil.
expensive.
It's very expensive. So he gets a special like menu screen, armband, like you get special stuff for completing the campaign. Um
Right.
that took him like 100+ hours to do, and that's like the shorter ending. There's a fourth ending, or I was about to say the fourth ending that got disabled is called the debt ending, where if you can't pay the 500 mil or you can't pay the 40 Bitcoin, you decide to go anyway. You just get fucking killed. It's like the worst ending, but I think they disabled that for obvious reasons. They don't want people to fail the campaign like that. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so I am trying to do the true ending on my PvE account. I'm not doing PvP this wipe. Um, it's it's a grind so far because we don't know what the true ending is. No one knows like how to unlock it yet. Like we just know
Right,
that
the
there is
steps and the
one.
requirements,
Yeah,
dude.
like do
Do you think
we
somebody does it by the end of the year, or no?
maybe like there's a lot of people playing it right now. This game is actually surprisingly very popular in like Japan and like East Asia. Um, But I was gonna say like someone's probably gonna find it on PVE, but I don't think someone's gonna do it on PvP. Like not yet until people figure out the
That's
routes.
fair. That'll be like the first real win. It seems
Yeah,
like, right,
and
according to
dude,
the
and it's so
community,
cool
anyways.
because they hint at this. They even made a movie like Escape from Target made a movie like 5-6 years ago, where they hint at this faction called Black Division. They're basically um like so the organization, the big bad is Terror Group. That's kind of what started the chaos. And so they hired a PMC, a private military company, USEC, which is one of the factions that you get to choose in the game. But the Black Division is like a separate payrolled, like elite operators. You know, they're like fucking robotic, dude. They're like the best of the best. Like the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the cleanup crew. So we finally get to see them. They've been hinted at for years now, and we finally get to see them in the ending, in that like whole sequence that Tiggs had to go through, and they're fucking cracked, dude. They're like X-raying you, dude. Fucking, they're the instant headshot. It's hard. What he had to do was fucking hard. What he had to do was hard. He had to bring a tool set in to like repair a panel, which one of the random panels on the map at the time could be busted. You have to fix it. Um, yeah, dude, that just seeing that ending being hard, I wonder what the fuck the true ending, how hard that is.
Dude, it's probably going to require a fuck ton of resources and time.
Dude, but I'm so excited, dude. This gets me so hyped, man. I wonder who's gonna be the first, and I wonder if they're gonna get a streamer item in the game, or they're gonna get their own item within the game, because that's what um a lot of the streamers and content creators, they get their own items in the game, and uh to get one of the best like prison pockets, like the largest one, you have to be like level 40, and you have to do a quest called Collector, which you have to do all these side quests in this like web to be able to do this, and you have to collect every single streamer item found in raid and turn it in to get the biggest prison pocket imaginable. It's called Kappa. It's crazy, dude. That was
You got to
already the
have
grind previously.
all the streamer items to
Yeah.
stretch your asshole to max capacity.
Yes. It's hard. It's
Interesting,
hard
interesting.
grind.
But hey, we're not talking anymore about Tarkov, but we are talking about a busy year in gaming and much, much more, because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, where we are slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you want to get ahead of the curve, though, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/GoodKrakenPods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for Death Ratio and leaving a review there.
Leave the review. Do it.
Yeah, do it. But what else we're going to be doing is moving quickly on to our next segment, which is what, DJ?
It is critical hit. Bing!
Just some brief critical hits. Some important little footnotes for y'all about our business dealings. Guys, we are doing our live stream along reaction to the Game Awards on December 5th. We are going to be going live at 4:30 Pacific time. We usually go live about a half hour early to visit, chit chat, and get in the mood for the festivities. We are always excited for the Game Awards. Super, super big fan. This is probably our favorite event of the year for most of us. I know it is personally my favorite video game event of the year. So be there or be for equal sides. Otherwise, check out goodkraken.com to see all of our merchandise and our latest episodes, including the upcoming episodes of Songs from the Abyss, which will be releasing once again on December 29th. Just as a happy New Year's to y'all, we will be releasing those episodes once again. We also have the latest episode of the Shipwreck Shoe show. Not Inside Check. Sorry, it was Cruise Quarters last night, where we just have honestly just some general conversations about things. It's one of those episodes. We talk about Zack Snyder a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, truly.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know. I enjoy episodes like that where it's just kind of free form. We talk about several different topics. Curated questions by, of course, our lovely weekly host Xander. So check that out. And 20,000 Films is coming back this week with a review of Just Bunny. So be on the lookout for that. We are apologizing once again for canceling last week's episode. Shit happens. All right, moving right along, we are going to be lining some things up for you guys at home. Specifically, some upcoming video game releases as we close out December in 2025 for our line of sight.
Line of sight. Oh yeah.
So yes. A few games releasing in the next week. As always, we pull this information from Game Informer, and without further ado, we do have Assassin's Creed Shadows getting ported to Switch 2 today at the time of this recording, December 2nd. Also, we have for December 2nd coming out Kingdom of Night, which will be available on PC. That's a cool title. I wonder what that is about. We have Red Dead Redemption getting a PlayStation 5 Series XS, Switch 2, iOS, and Android port. So, yeah, the fact that we're getting that before just getting a 60 FPS update for Red Dead Redemption 2 still pisses me right the fuck off.
That's crazy, dude.
But
do you have so many games in front of you, man? Like, why is every game in the world releasing in this time window?
Yeah, dude, this is a busy fucking week.
What the fuck?
Yeah, busy week in gaming. Lots of stuff just to like PC and Switch.
Ports,
which is
I guess.
interesting. Lots of ports this holiday season. We also have Simogo Legacy Collection coming to Switch 2, Switch and PC. That wraps it up for December 2nd. On December 3rd, we have Let It Die Inferno releasing on PlayStation 5 and PC. That sounds familiar. I think I've heard of that franchise before. We have Popocom releasing on Switch and Viewfinder releasing on Switch. I have Viewfinder on something. That's definitely a port. I'm pretty sure it just got ported to PlayStation 5 also. We have Blood Refreshed Supply coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. That is the start of our December 4th releases. We also have Cloudheim releasing in early access on PC on December 4th. We have Cult of the Lamb releasing on iOS. Love that fucking game. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond releasing on Switch and Switch 2. Huge release. Another huge release. We have Octopath Traveler 0 releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We also have Power Wash Simulator coming to iOS, as well as Routine getting released on Series XS, Xbox One, and PC. We also have Sonic Racing Cross Worlds getting ported to Switch 2 and Thief VR Legacy of Shadows. That's a great game, actually. Releasing on PlayStation VR 2, Quest, and PC. And moving on to our one and only title for December 5th, we have Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny getting released on Switch 2. We have Angeline Era getting released on PC on December. Oh, sorry, I totally fucking skipped a game. We have Rhythm Doctor getting released on December 6th on Series XS and PC. Then we have Angeline Era getting released on PC December 8th. Also on December 8th, we have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 getting ported to PlayStation 5. We have Skate Story releasing on PlayStation 5, Switch 2, and PC. And to wrap it all up, we have Yakuza 0 Director's Cut coming to PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC. So yeah, lots of ports and quite a few new games lined up on various consoles and PC in the next week. I mean, I guess if now's the time, right? Just drop everything that hasn't released for the remainder of the year and capitalize on those possible holiday sales. Anything you're looking forward to, DJ? I want to play Metroid Prime 4 and Octopath Traveler 0 myself.
Yeah, those sounds good, but I don't have no Swish. I don't have no Swish, man. No Swish. I'm just gonna keep playing Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, just keep playing Escape. But you see, yeah, but Octopath Traveler that's gonna release on PC, bro.
I think it's already on PC.
Did you play Octopath Traveler at all?
I think you give it a try.
No, the original one is, but 0 is like it's like a sequel.
Oh, the new
it's like
one?
the new game.
Oh, I don't know.
Cloudheim, what is this? 1 to 4 player action adventure. That one caught my interest. It's a physics-based cooperative ARPG. Interesting. Or sorry, action RPG, not necessarily an ARPG.
Interessante.
Yeah. So it's some games coming out in the next week. DJ will be ignoring all of them to goop it up.
Escape from Tarkov. I'm trying to escape, brother. I'm trying to escape.
They just announced that the Arc Raiders departure window for the expedition is in 2 weeks. So I was like, well, fuck, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you gotta
so
grind,
right there
brother.
with
You gotta get that.
Like I was soloing yesterday and playing Like, I soloed a leaper, got my last 2 leaper pulse units. I need 1 fucking magnetic accelerator, and then I just need to do like value dumps of like 4 different things, and I'm fucking done, brother. Literally just need to fucking ejecto sendo as soon as that window opens up, and I'm resetting my raider. They have already announced on the Discord from a community manager that inventory expansions and skill points are permanent additions. So sucks for all of you people that were just like, nah, I don't want to lose my blueprints.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I'm just gonna have more room for goop for me in the future, boys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're definitely missing out on a gameplay mechanic if you're not engaging in the wipe. But I guess if you are like a casual player and you're not maxing everything out and not gonna have a max level player by the time the expedition leaves, that's sick. Because if you do incremental progress towards the expedition, after this window closes, your expedition doesn't reset. You can just keep plucking along so you can try for the next one. So at least I do like that they have it's balanced.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, we're gooping it up. Sorry, we're just extraction shooters have consumed our lives. I never thought I'd beat that fucking guy, DJ. Yet here I am, and I did a night raid on Salamantis, and some fucking dude closed the door into a hallway with us, and we shot him in the back, and he was just like, "Man, you guys are fucking assholes, man. We're in here gooping," and then literally like as he's complaining, I'm like, "Fucking, it's just like happens sometimes, brother." Like,
Yeah.
Looted him. I was just like fucking go to looted him. I was just like fucking bitch was you complaining on a free loadout. Fucking
yeah, free loadout, brother.
Dude, get out of here, man. I was like you're complaining
if you
on a night raid.
I feel bad. You know, if you had something to lose, I'd feel bad.
But don't complain when I fucking slime you on a night raid in Stellamontis when you're using a freebie. What shit happens, right? I had some books up my ass, and I wasn't taking any chances. Okay. But you want to know what, DJ? We are skipping the news because we are going to be no news. We're skipping it for now because instead. We're just going to be moving right along into the thing. And what is that thing? Exactly. What is it?
We are going to a place where I hope to get to and escape from Tarkov. It's the Endgame, baby. The Endgame.
Yeah, the Endgame. I'm already well there in Arc Raiders, of course. Still yearning for my breach. My breach and secure skill point down the line. I can see it in the distance. But you want to know what? We are doing a new subject this year. We've not necessarily done an episode like this for any of our podcasts or anything like this before. So if this sucks, just let us know. We won't do it again next year. But if you appreciated the catch up. And maybe a little bit of mustard. Let us know. But 2025 was a vastly roller coaster ride year for the industry in gaming, and we are deciding to give you a year in gaming 2025, a year in review, if you will. We're going to be spending the next little bit here to discuss the year at large, the big picture of 2025, if you will, and discuss kind of the biggest happenings, the highs of the highs, the lows of the lows, the industry ups, the industry downs, and what we may have to look forward to in the future. DJ, I'll kick us off. I'll kick us off here. I gotta hold on. I gotta open the old notes. So I'm prepared. But it's been a busy year in gaming, right? Like we are aware that a lot has happened, right? Mm-hmm. But let's start. Should we start with, good news or bad news first, right? Like how do we want to phrase wrap our
Ooh.
conversation, if you will?
I
Because
mean,
like there's
let's.
been some ups and downs.
I mean,
There's been some ups and downs.
I think there's been more ups this year. Let's be more ups. So let's start with the bad, and then we can
Okay.
roll
All
into
right.
good stuff into the next year, brother.
Okay. Obviously, some important things to note, right, in the grand scheme of gaming
Yeah.
2025. Fuck the layoffs continue,
Layoffs.
folks.
Yep, it's still happening.
Ah,
It's just
the
because we don't talk
elephant
about it,
in the
it happens.
room gets bigger. Right? I feel like we're getting comfortable, quote unquote, with it, which sucks. I feel like we're kind of numb to layoff announcements, but there has been a few this year. I mean, fuck, obviously, like the Microsoft continuing to struggle with restructuring after their, multi-billion-dollar acquisition. They continue to, I think they laid off like 1,900 plus people this year,
Yeah, that's
which is
crazy, dude.
fucking nuts. And then fucking Amazon Gaming was like, hold my beer, and laid off 14,000 people in their gaming department
That's
like a month and a half ago.
dude.
Man,
That's a crazy number.
all because of generative AI. Like it's definitely it's not coming for your job, but it's not going to replace your job, but they're looking to replace your job with people willing to use AI. And that's fucking sucks. Like it's not going to replace your job outright, but they're going to look for people that are way more morally flexible than you.
Mm,
And
yeah.
that's where we're at. Like layoffs continue as AI continues to be like the next big thing. Fortune 500 companies around the world, all over the gaming industry, pivot to being, like we've heard studios going AI first. Even the Arc Raiders has not been without, it's subject to scrutiny over its use of generative AI, with its call out and ping system and like TTS and uh that sort of thing. Like, right, like even things that are critical successes are still open to scrutiny around AI. But there's been tons of layoffs related to that, or just in the name of restructuring, right? As our economy here in the U.S. continues to take a massive shit, because the Orange Man doesn't know anything about economics at all. Again, proving why he had to file for bankruptcies multiple times throughout his own career. But whatever. You know, it's been shitty. We've had multiple studio closures on top of those layoffs too, right? Monolith closed, like WB Games canceled a fuck ton of projects,
Yeah.
dude. Like Warner Brothers is fucked.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Their gaming department is in shambles. They're in like a net negative as far as like their film and TV department goes. They're closing studios, they're canceling projects. Oh god. Um what the fuck else is, I'm trying to see what else. Uh Large scale layoffs continue to persist. Microsoft's we have had the obvious uh slowly sinking ship that is Bungie.
Yep.
Sony recently announced that they had to mark down that they're taking negative losses on their acquisition of Bungie, and that they're no longer uh, projected to make what they thought they were going to make when they purchased that studio. The studio itself continues to get itself in hot water, with just poor business practices. And After Final Shape, they laid off like 1,500 people in their studio,
Yep.
all while their CEO was buying millions and millions of dollars worth of new vehicles and bragging about it openly to his employees, right? So like just causing a massive shift in public opinion on Bungie. Their Year of Prophecy is on sale right now on Steam, and it warmed my aging heart, DJ, when in the review section it says mostly negative, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, fucking deserved, good, because it has become a mostly negative experience. From gameplay, from their ability to handle their workplace, from their community relations, from their not even talking about the fucking the literally just today recently resolved fucking stolen art
Dude,
from Anti-Real,
bro,
right?
It's been crazy, man. And then,
Damn.
dude, yeah, Bungie's going down, and then, brother, Saudi Arabia purchased EA.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
Right, Saudi Arabia, that's a confirmed purchase, right? Like that happened.
like that
Or is
happened,
it
bro.
happening?
That was not a dream. That was not a
Oh
dream,
God,
man. That
Yeah,
happened.
dude, that's rough.
oh yeah, yes, dude, that did feel like a bit of a fever dream announcement. I was just like, that was like a speculative thing. No, fuck, dude, that actually happened.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God,
felt like
dude.
this
No,
is like,
oh my God,
this was like,
dude.
that was like cyberpunk level of like, you know what I'm saying? Like this can't be happening. But it actually happened.
Like,
I don't want to bomb Arasaka because
dude.
I don't fuck.
Wake up, we have a city to burn, dude. It's starting to feel that way, man. Like fucking, it's awful. And like not only that, but like they're also getting their greedy fucking, misogynistic, slave labor, fucking loving, grubby, greedy billionaire fingers into the fucking fighting game scene too, dude.
No,
Just
competitive esports in general, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Counter-Strike, Rainbow
they're
Six,
touching all of it, dude.
Apex Legends, brother. It's all there, and then they're building like this like mega city, Kadia, where like esports is gonna be a part of it. Dude.
Who would have fucking thought that the League of Legends World Championship would be the last bastion of e-games, brother? Yeah. That's not cool. That's not,
dude.
Cool.
It's crazy. It's fucked up. What else, dude? GTA 6 got delayed.
Dude, no. It got delayed twice this year. We have done two, because I remember we have done 2 episodes. I did an episode earlier in the year when I was working with Devin on the podcast still.
It was delayed till next year, early next year.
Shambles. And then it got delayed to November, and now it got not only that, but simultaneously, while it's getting 2 delays, they're just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like fire these guys because they were leaking information on a public private Discord server.
Oh, and there's strikes,
allegedly.
Dude. The strikes, the Rockstar strikes.
There's literally people outside of their businesses in the UK right now fucking protesting their anti-unionization, union busting bullshit.
Yeah, man, I think that's about it, man. I think that's...
Yeah, I would say, I mean, not, and then just the general price hikes, dude. The price hikes and the tariffs on like the gaming industry have hurt,
we haven't even touched on, remember, or I don't know if you've seen RAM prices. RAM prices have gone up significantly, dude. 64 gigs
we didn't even touch on that.
We just talked $900, $600. That's like a kit of RAM is costing $500. It costs as much as a PS5 because OpenAI, because RAM prices were dropping.
RAM used to be $80, people, just for a fucking clarification.
So just to clue everybody
in.
Like
a stick of fucking 64 gigabyte RAM was like $120.
Yeah, dude. So the main RAM manufacturers are Samsung and SK Hynix. So since RAM prices were dropping because it was becoming like the most affordable it's ever been, those two companies start producing less. Why waste the money to produce, like, you know what I mean, like mountains of RAM when they could just be like made to order? You know what I'm saying? Um, but since this AI thing is going on, OpenAI decides to buy 40% of all RAM capacity. Not just like 40% of these companies, no, 40% of RAM capacity. So they ate up all the RAM. And so now Samsung and SK Hynix have to be put in overdrive because they don't have enough. They have enough to give everyone. So that's why the prices are so high right now. Eventually they'll normalize, but it won't be the same prices that it was before this hike.
No. No, yeah, right. And like, no, we're going to experience like a mass anchoring of prices, which is shitty. But what happens when the economy like tanks like this and prices go up? So anchoring normally happens. Actually, Arc Raiders kind of sort of does this. It's when an initial price for a product or a service or something is set very high, higher than you feel good about. Um, and then like rather than like matching a competitor, they incrementally lower it until until sales goals are met, essentially, right? Like, okay, now we lowered it like 3%. All right, that's like an $8 loss, right? Okay, how many more people are going to buy this product now that we've lowered it that 3? Not enough. All right, well, but like so more people are buying your art, so they're happier with the price. So, but rather than like keep going down to where it's consumer friendly, they will just lower it to just the point where individuals will be like, "Oh, this doesn't sting the wallet anymore," but it's still higher than what it's worth.
Right.
And it sucks. And tech experiences this really heavily. And what's shitty is like even like if like these tariffs get reversed and our economy improves over the next like several years, right? Which it probably won't. But like if that were to be the case, right? Like make no mistake, your console prices are not going to go back down. Like this is the normal price now, right? Like Switch 2 immediately raised their prices like what, $50? No, they kept their prices the same after their announcement. But Xbox raised their console prices fucking twice this year, all while making record profits.
Mm-hmm.
On their last fiscal year. Oh shit! And like not even to mention the fact that Microsoft just as a gaming company is in a rough place, right? Continued layoffs, studio closures, record profits, the fucking the restructuring of Game Pass. I haven't had Game Pass since August, brother.
Dude, yeah,
I legit canceled it. I was actually upset and chose to vote with my wallet on that. I was like $30 for a service I do not fucking use that often. No way, dude. I feel way better paying $18.99 or whatever the fuck for my PlayStation Plus Premium and accessing that stream catalog on than I do paying $30 for whatever the hell my Series S is going to give me, and it's going to run like shit on my Series S. So who cares?
Right. Real.
Yeah, like Microsoft not in a great place in 2025 gaming. Like it has lost a lot of community respect with their decisions. They're trying to pivot away from consoles, right? And it's been a mixed bag for them. Yeah. I would say though that's probably the roughest stuff of the year, right? Um, but there has been some unexpected pluses.
Yeah, unexpected.
Right? Like, I would say despite its overall, it's mixed reception. We did finally get the Switch 2. Nintendo fans are happy. I would say like the general consumer and
Yeah.
gamer, maybe not. But like Nintendo fans are as always a breed of their own. And they're happy with the Switch 2, right? They're pleased with their product. So I guess it's a W for Nintendo fans. I will still probably ultimately get a Switch 2 at some point. I do have a want for the console, but it is strictly a want. Like its price point and its current catalog of games just doesn't interest me. But I do know lots of people currently enjoying the console. So it's definitely sold units. Let's see. I mean, quietly released in October. I don't know how well it's been received, but the Xbox ROG Ally that got released. So Steam Deck competitors continue to be released. I think there was another couple of like handheld PCs that also released this year. That's a growing demographic in gaming. Mobile gaming of that nature is becoming bigger and bigger. Let's see what else. What else have we got? We got Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Yeah, Silk Song. I was gonna mention that
Finally released. Finally released. Right. That was a big deal. Critically received. I will say the conversation. I did feel like the conversation on that game died out super quick. But maybe that was just me and like my circle and my like algorithm. But I didn't feel like I heard as much about that game as I thought I was going to after it released.
Yeah.
It felt more like a relief to the community
like, oh,
rather than like a hype moment. And everybody was just like, oh, I can finally play it. And then like they were just like, it's done. I did it. And like they just went about their business. Obviously it got like, I think it got like 91 on Metacritic, so it's doing well, continues to do well. I'm begs to wonder if Team Cherry will do DLC for this project, or if they'll just be like, we're finally done. We're going to do a new IP for the first time in like a decade. But big W there for the Hollow Knight community. Finally got to celebrate the release of Silk Song.
Yeah.
What else, DJ? What else? What are highlights? You've had some good stuff.
Yeah, we got some great games released this year. A lot of like really incredible games, incredible indies, incredible independent games. This is
some
year.
Unexpected independent games this year.
Expedition 33. Right? We had what's it? Blueprints.
Yeah, Blueprints. Dude, that people had notebooks going for that game.
Yeah, dude, they're like, oh man, it's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, we had what else, man? All the games that we saw, most of the games that we saw in our last week recap of the Game Awards nominees. I
think we were expecting Arc Raiders to be as big a phenomenon as it was, right?
I thought it was gonna crash and burn, or at least like die out.
I kind of thought it was gonna flop.
Yeah, because like I said, extraction shooters are it's a very niche genre, and it can only appeal to like a certain type of player, a certain type of gamer.
And even it's creating a divide in its own community, even about like the kind of game it just is. Yeah. And so like, but still a success nonetheless. Like I think it got ultimately like it got a 10 out of 10 from IGN, who like in their who was just like you get like a chicken, and I didn't really know what that was about. Like you're just like, are you is this really what gaming journalism has come to, guys?
Yeah.
Fuck.
But Tarkov got 1.0 release.
Full release.
I never expected that to happen.
I played some good indie games this year.
Yeah.
like fucking like Midnight Walk, fantastic standout. I have By Sweet Carol, great. I love my hand drawn shit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing Wander Stop right now. Hurdling, dude.
Yeah.
There's been I love those sleeper hits and those quiet cozy games. I'm looking at like the games I've finished this year to see what else may come to mind. South of Midnight,
Oh yeah, South of
dude.
Midnight,
Like
brother.
that was
Great
probably
game.
one of
Great
our
soundtrack.
strongest.
That
Like,
vinyl sold
yes,
out, dude. That vinyl
yeah.
sold out. That's a crazy thing to me. Um, what else, brother? Shoot.
Let's see. Dude, yeah, there's been some good games. Fucking Dying Light the Beast. I actually like, dude, that franchise continues to grow and impress. Like love what they're doing. We had like our first ever like Monster Hunter crossplay
Mm-hmm.
game. Like that was a massive celebration for that franchise. With mixed reviews, dude. Honestly, that game could have done better because its fucking PC port
Mm-hmm.
was not it. It sold like 10 million fucking copies in a month, dude. Literally the fastest selling Monster Hunter game in the franchise's history.
Yeah.
But I think even now they are still working out some PC tech problems
Mm-hmm.
with that title. Which is a shame because like I adore that. I've got like 100 hours in its release. And I still think it's like one of the best releases in the franchise history. But it wasn't necessarily what like the core community was asking for, even though it brought in a lot of new players.
Yeah.
So it's interesting when franchises have like those. It's like critically successful, but like the community didn't necessarily jive with like the release, like the core player base, like it's
Right.
OG, like the fans, right? We're just like, it's good, but it's like it's not great, and
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of the consensus of Wilds. And to the point where like I'm having such a tough time figuring out my own like game of the year because I've played so many good games this year. This dude, so many fucking good games this year.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of them been multiplayer, man. We've had some crazy good multiplayer games this year. Not just one, which was Helldivers last year, right?
Yeah.
Helldivers was like the 2022 multiplayer game that's all anybody fucking played. Like we've had Battlefield 6, which like has brought back the core like player base, brought in new people, revitalized the franchise after the disaster that was 2042.
Peak. The
Right?
front runner for
So
friend swap
good.
games.
Yes, dude. Honestly, dude, if you don't like friend swap games, you don't have friends. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
it. If it's friend swap, yeah. You just say you're a lonely person. We get it.
Yeah.
Like there's been so dude. There was another good game that I saw tons of clips for. In the RV there yet, dude.
RV
I
there
love
yet?
those.
Yeah.
I love those style of games, man. I love that. What game was it last year that kind of like kicked off like this
Lethal.
whole?
Not Lethal Company.
Was it Lethal Company
No,
or
no,
was it
no, no.
Repo?
It was Repo. It was Repo. It was Repo.
Repo, yeah. Like I feel like like that was like it birthed like a whole like genre of games, and like we had games that filled those niches before,
Mm-hmm.
but they're being called friend swap because like now like people indie developers are getting involved, right? And not everything looks like perfect and like has like high level graphics. It's just got like funny and unique gameplay. Um it's I like it, man. I'm still, maybe this is just me being a little bit of an old head, but I'm okay when my games still look like games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I know there is a large player base that's like doesn't feel that way. Um,
Right.
So yeah, but like Peak, obviously like front runner for that. But we've had some other good games in that genre. There's some new ones in development that I continue to see like little things for all the time.
Yeah, we got Donkey Kong
Obviously like
Bonanza.
Expedition 33.
Expedition
Oh, what was
33.
that?
Donkey Kong Bonanza. Ninja Gaiden 4.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Ghost of Yotei came out. Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain.
Dude, everybody thought Night Rain was going to flop.
Yeah,
But guess what? They're playing it. They're playing it. People are enjoying it. I'm pretty sure it just got a DLC, or a DLC announcement. I swear I just saw something for it not that long ago at all. We got fucking Hades 2, man. That game got a 95. There's just been, but the conversation on that has been quiet because there's been so many other good games coming out. Like, the community at large can't latch on to enough to discuss. Like, we're so one track minded with like a recency bias. And like our need to talk about the newest things that we've had so many games that like the conversation should have lasted longer.
Dude, it's genuinely so many games this year. I'm looking at our fantasy critic: Borderlands 4, Doom to Dark Ages, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Dispatch, Chronos: The New Dawn, Monster Hunter Wilds, Mafia: The Old Country, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. We have Mario Kart World, Oblivion Remastered, Mecha Break.
Yes, Oblivion Remaster, man. Oh my god, Mecha Break. Like, I will admit that game came and went for me, but like that's because like it didn't have enough to get me to stay for longer than like the month. But like, dude, like, so fucking good. Mecha Break has such solid mech gameplay. Rematch, I don't give a fuck about football/soccer. Never ever have I cared about that sport. I played it once when I was small, like everybody does, and I was like, wow, this is a lot of running, and never looked back, right? But I played that game for like 60 hours, dude. I was getting sweaty and competitive and playing ranked. I was diamond ranked in that fucking game. Dude, yeah, like, it's so many unexpected titles that I wasn't expecting to pique my interest and be something that I engaged in any sort of like meaningful way. It's just been insane. I'm looking at like some of my other games on like, dude, it's been such a good year in gaming, man. Looking at my fantasy critic, nothing less than an 80, dude. Ghost of Yotei, 87. Split Fiction, 91. Avowed was like a controversial game this year, and that got an 80. Dude, that was like a, we're not sure if it's good, and it got an 80 still, bro. Fucking Pokemon Legends Z to A still got a fucking 80 on mechanics, dude. That game has doo-doo graphics. Like, doo-doo graphics. Literal painted on windows and balconies onto walls. But people like the gameplay, so it fucking Nintendo fans be Nintendoing, dude.
Absolutely, dude.
Crazy.
Absolutely. Incredible year.
Dude, so many good games. So many good games this year. I can't, and honestly, I didn't feel like this was a delay heavy year either. Aside from GTA 6, I don't really feel like this was a delay heavy year. All of the delays that did get announced made sense. With, the exception being GTA 6, we're just like, all right, like maybe you guys shouldn't have announced this as early as you did if it was going to take this long.
Right.
Which we had that whole discussion, right? But for the most part, I feel like the delays have either made sense, or they've been very quiet delays. Which I feel like the industry is at a good place with delays. Like, I feel like we know how to do them meaningfully now. If that makes sense. Like, they're not. It's not just like a pushback for the sake of pushing it back. Like, we're doing it for real reasons, like to actually improve the game, or or to make changes to like based on community feedback, which is important because the nature of game releases has changed so much, right? Like, it used to be like, no, this has to be a completely bug-free, mostly finished product before it releases. But like, let's be honest, the release of Skyrim changed the industry forever,
Yeah.
because that game was riddled with fucking bugs, and it set a new industry standard for what was acceptable for players to consume. And they never looked back. But now we're getting less delays or more meaningful delays. And yeah, titles
Yep.
alone have kept this year afloat, amidst a misery of price hikes and layoffs. Indie games
Layoffs.
have been like my solace, because there's been so many good independently released games this year that have been at an affordable price point. I think I've spent $70 on not a deluxe edition of this of a game like twice all year, man. I have legit not purchased AAA price games this year. I
Mhm.
haven't done it. I think Monster Hunter Wilds has been like the biggest one, and I didn't even buy the deluxe of that. I bought like the base game, $70. But like, dude, I'm absolutely looking for like those well priced indie games with like love in their development.
Mhm.
It's been a good year for that. It's been an incredible year for that. Anything else that you feel like is good?
I
I mean,
think
obviously, like we
that's
recently talked about the Valve like this the
the
Steam
Steam
machine,
machine. Yeah, that's coming out.
big
That
deal.
being announced was a fucking bombshell, dude. Um,
Yeah, like huge news. But like we were like
we won't see that until
big
next
news.
year.
Like
Yeah.
we won't see that anytime soon, but like it's probably like our biggest end off announcement for the year, right? Like I don't think, I mean, dude, unless fucking Game Awards blows our socks off next
Yeah.
week's, but who knows? Like there is a fucking giant statue in the middle of the desert right now for
Yeah,
some
dude. So it's
obscure
not Diablo, not God of War, and
and not
not
Bloodborne.
Elder
But
Scrolls.
it is it looks like it could be all we don't know, man.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what the announcements bring this year, but it's been a rocky overall year for the industry, but a great year for game releases, uh but not necessarily a consumer friendly overall year for the industry, right? Price
Mhm.
hikes have affected not only consoles but our games as well, making those indie games all the more appealing, and the trigger pulls on those AAA titles all the more cautious. AI ever creeps into the industry and into our titles. New consoles on the horizon,
Yep.
and a big year in gaming ahead of us in 2026 with, the alleged release of
Mhm.
GTA
Yeah.
6. But I think that wraps up most of what happened in the industry in 2025. Uh, Folks, let us know how you feel about this year in gaming. If there was anything we didn't cover, let us know in the comments section below, because this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all of the video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you liked what you heard, you can head on over to our Patreon. As always, at patreon.com/Good Kraken Pods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game, though, by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, everyone, but until next time.
I'm trying to escape. Let me escape. Let me escape. I'm
Let's
trying to
go,
escape.